All right. The New Orleans Saints Carolina Panthers. We've seen these two teams face off before. I'm not gonna lie, if you would have showed me that game before week 8, I would have said there's no way we're 2-6 at this current moment. But here we are. We're getting ready to see the NFC South thumb war, or pillow fight in this case, because even thumb wars can be could have some strength. So I guess a pillow fight. Or maybe there's like that one. Man, it's like a homeless people fighting at this point. But Dad, you know what? I'd rather be a Saints fan right now than a Falcons fan. Because why, Dad?
Because the Falcons suck a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. They do suck, man. They play the Cowboys today. Unfortunately, I do have them winning that game.
They suck too.
Yeah, the Cowboys are kind of sucky. Saints, Panthers, where should we begin? Dad, even if we win this game, I might be more sad if we win than if we lose at this point. Dad, what's your what's the key for the Saints winning this game? What you say?
The key for the Saints winning this game, Derek Carr has to come back with a vengeance. He has to, and I think he will, because I think he has a lot to prove. I mean, the rest of the team act like, they can't wait for the offseason to get here. But I think it's important that Derek Carr play well for a couple reasons. For one, we just seen some really bad quarterback play last 6 weeks. So he could remind y'all that, hey, he's not the worst quarterback in the world. There's 2 others on the team that's far worse than he is. So he might be playing for a new contract next year. He might be playing for a new team next year. So I think he's going to want to shine. He's going to want to put the team on his back and win this game. So that's our shot.
You know how the Saints can win this game? Do you want to know?
Yes.
Do whatever you weren't doing the last 6 weeks. That's how you win. Because, God, bro. If you would have just told somebody that does not watch football, hey, I'm going to show you some numbers from a week 1 to week 2 team and from a week 3 to week 8 team, and I want you to guess what team they are. And I guarantee you, well, hold on, how do I phrase this? Basically, if you put the week 1-2 Saints and the week 5 or week 3 to 8 Saints together and you show somebody, they're not going to think that's the same team. I guarantee you that. They're going to be like, oh, week 1 to week 2, whatever team that is, they might be in the Super Bowl. But the week 3 to week 8 team, they might be competing for the number 1 draft pick. The Saints went from averaging 40 a game to getting absolutely curb stomped on their home field every week. Doesn't matter where they're playing. The Saints offense in week 9, for example, 8 points, and all of that came from special teams. 6 of them came from the kicker, and 2 of them came from the Chargers. And we were 2 for 16 on third down. 2 for 6. Man, that's some Ian Book-ish that people will annihilate him for.
Want me to give you a quick mid-season report?
Sure.
This Saints football season is kind of like this cup of coffee. Once it starts, once you brew it, it's sometimes hot. It's hot, man. You can barely drink it. It's so hot. But after a while, you let it sit here. What is it going to do? It's going to get cold. So that's what it says are. They're a cold cup of coffee right now. what needs to happen, they need to throw this thing out and rebrew them a new pot of coffee. And I think it can start right now, right today. We can brew some more coffee.
But did you hear the reports that were going out the last couple of days?
Of
Marshawn Lattimore could be on his way out.
I know he's injured, but why is he on his way out?
Well, look, I'm not saying he will be, but apparently the Kansas City Chiefs headline a few teams that have called the Saints for Marshawn Lattimore.
I
Saints.
think I know what Marshawn Lattimore's problem is.
What?
I think he is hanging out with Ezekiel Elliott. Because Ezekiel Elliott, they can't find him. He missed 4 team meetings. So I think he's hanging out with Lattimore somewhere.
All right. Well, Saints, if you listen to me, look, I'm not even mad at trading Marshawn Lattimore. That has nothing to do with his talent. Just get him off this team, bro, because I just don't want to see him suffer like this. It's like when you have to put a dog down. You don't want to see him suffer, but you know you got to do it. That's basically what Marshawn Lattimore. He's basically a dog just waiting to die. So just put him out of his misery. But please don't send him to the Chiefs, please, bro. Because then I'm going to have to root against Lattimore, and I don't want to root against Lattimore. But the trade deadline is in 2 days, on Tuesday. So if the Saints lose today, there's going to be some changes. You're going to see some trades. You're going to see some firings. Man, the Saints are going to – man, I won't be surprised if Gail Benson sells this team.
No, don't do that, Gail. Come on.
Well, I won't be shocked, bro. So, yeah, man. And now let's get back to this game specifically. We'll talk about trade deadline stuff on our next show. Or maybe, I don't know. Panthers pass defense in 2024. 114.0 rate, which is 32nd in the NFL, and they're 31st in completion percentage. If the Saints can't carve up the Panthers defense, we got a problem. And we'll give our predictions later in the show. Some of y'all might be mad at me. What do you think the Saints are going to have to do to this Panthers defense like they did in week 1?
So you're saying that if we score just 8 offensive points again, there's a problem?
Yes! Especially with our starters coming in. Especially with Derek Carr coming back. Cesar Ruiz is back. Taysom Hill's back. Chris Olave is back. And if that entire offensive group scores 8 points, nah, bruh. Everybody needs to go. From the janitors to the trainers to the concession workers, every single body needs to be out the door.
The ball boys?
Yes, bro, even them. I don't care what your role is for this team. If you can't tell the Saints team that they are sucking, then you're not doing your job. So you got to go.
I agree.
But anyways, what were we saying?
Saints offense has to score more than 8 points if they don't want to be a laughing stock today.
I think they're already a laughing stock, even if they do win this game.
Well, if they win this game, then let's look at it. They'll be 3-6. And what if the Cowboys beat the Falcons and then Tampa Bay lose? I mean, things are going to get a little closer together. So, does that make you feel optimistic?
Not at all.
Okay.
The things were closer last year. And you know what happened last year? Not only did we miss the playoffs, but we didn't even get a good draft pick. And the first round pick that we took, Talisha, he acts like he can't block.
But Mikey, that was last year. We had a different.
I don't care if it was last year, 2 years ago. I remember everybody was like, it's just week 3. Hold up, it's just week 3. I tried telling people it's not just week 3. It was just week 3 last year, right? When we lost to the Packers, it was just week 3 last year. We made the playoffs last year, right? Oh, wait, we didn't. It was just week 3 the year before that, right? When we got killed by the Panthers with Baker Mayfield back when he sucked. It was, but we made the playoffs that year, right? Oh wait, we didn't. It was just week 3. No, it was actually week 4 the year before when we blew a lead to the Giants. We made the playoffs that year, right? Oh, we didn't.
You
So
know what
I
I
don't want to hear it.
realized?
It's just this week. It's just that week.
You know what you made me realize?
But
Week 3 is our daddy.
I know. I know, bro. I know. Week 3. Things just can't get over the hump. And week 3 just always be the heart. I'm not gonna lie though. If we lose to Carolina, I want it to be a blowout. I don't want the Saints. Oh, but we only lost by this amount of points. So maybe we got to keep that as Allen, man, because I mean he's keeping it coming now. I don't care if it's a 17-point game, 5-point game, 38-point game. Get him out. If you can't beat the sorriest team in football with a quarterback that looks like he just got done from getting puberty, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think it's going to matter if they lose in blowout fashion. If they lose by 1 point at home to the worst team in the league, you're a laughingstock. You're not going anywhere. Everybody's getting traded by Tuesday. You know, people are not even going to go out to vote. I mean, that's election day. People are going to stay home and trade Saints players. That's what they're going to do instead of vote.
I know who I'm voting for. I'm voting for the Meteor.
The Meteor? Just tear
The
everything
Meteor
up.
to wipe out everybody from this team.
Make the Saints great again.
Yes. Like, the Panthers defense let Bo Nix throw for 3 touchdowns, 284 yards. If we can't beat up on that sorry defense that don't have Derek Brown, Shaq Thompson, last time I checked, he was kind of banged up. Chasey Horn, I mean, he's the son of Joe Horn, but other than that, he's all right. Saints better not lose this game. Chris Olave, I'm counting on you. You were like the only offensive player to show up last week. Only receiver, I should say, because Kamara, he was all right. Chris Olave, 14 targets, 8 for 107. And you know what Chris Olave said?
What?
He's actually thinking about wearing the Guardian cap.
What's wrong with people? That is a condom on that helmet. Why would you wear a condom on your helmet? Tell me that.
I don't know.
I know this is a PG show, but they're wearing condoms on their helmet now. Does that signify how soft this league is getting?
I don't know what to tell you. Kamara, through the air, he was 11 targets for 6 for 55, and then on the ground, he definitely probably had his best game since week 2 against Dallas. He had 10 for 67, 6.7 yards per carry. It doesn't matter, bro. No, nobody can get into the end zone. Panthers defense, bro. They've allowed 33.9. So if you round that up, that's 34 points per game. And that's 32nd in the NFL. And also their defense on third downs is 31st in the league. And we're coming off of our worst day on third down probably since the Ian Book game. You remember that Ian Book game against Miami? We were like, what, 0 of 8 on third down or whatever it was? 0 of 9, 0 for 10?
We didn't even play that game. Miami played against themselves, against air.
Yeah, bro. Man, like Ian Book, his first pass on a third down was a pick 6. That's what last week reminded me of. And honestly, it was probably worse yesterday. Last week. Because at least the game against Miami, bro, we had like what? Our fourth stringers playing, our backups playing. Last week we had no excuses. And before we were like, well, Derek Carr didn't play. Well, this guy didn't play. Man, I don't care, bro. We've had it worse years before. I don't want to hear a thing about injuries. The Chiefs are probably one of the most injured teams in the NFL. They're 8-0 right now. The Bills They're injured too. They're number one in their division. Like the Lions, they lost Aiden Hutchinson. They're still number one in their division. So don't act like we're the only team dealing with injuries. Every single team's missing a key player. The Chiefs were down to their third string receivers, and yet they have not lost a game yet before that DeAndre Hopkins trade. And they still haven't lost a game. So I don't want to hear anything about injuries, bro. Everything goes through injuries, man. No matter who you are, no matter what team you are, no matter where you're from. Like Jaden Daniels got injured in the Commanders game, and they still put up 40. So I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear about injuries. Let's move on. The Panthers' offense is not much better than the Saints. 15.5 points per game, which is tied for 29th, and they're 30th on third downs. So what do you think the Saints defense is going to have to do for the Panthers offense?
They should just sit back and let the little boy throw interceptions to you. But if Bryce Young carves this defense up, it's over for him. I mean, we can't have that. Then if that's happening, you have to get to the quarterback. Where's Peyton Turner at? Where's Carl Granderson at? Where's my boy, Cam Jordan at? Need to get to Bryce Young and make him wish he was never even born. Make him wish he was back at Alabama saying, "What's up, Coach Saban?" You know, that's what you need to do to this quarterback.
You know what? I actually think Bryce Young could tear up our defense if he wanted to. You know why? Because our defensive coach is Dennis Allen. He's our defensive play caller. That's horrible. Let's move on. Bryce Young in week 8, 224 yards, 2 TDs, 2 picks. One of the touchdowns came in garbage time. I don't want to hear it, bro. Bryce Young looks like a freaking middle schooler. And the funny thing is, he still might whoop us today. I won't be surprised, man. I'm numb to it at this point. I'm used to the Saints losing games that they should win. In 2021, we should have beat the Giants. We didn't. 2022, we should have beat the Bucks in week 2. We didn't. 2023, we should have beat the Packers. We didn't. We should have beat the Eagles in week 3. We didn't. So this is going to be another game added to the laundry list. Jalen Coker. Do you know who that dude is?
Nope.
I don't either. So expect him to have 100 yards today.
Running back?
Nope, a receiver. 6 targets, 4 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown. I don't know who he is until I look up the Panthers box score. So be prepared for him to drop 100 yards today and probably 2 touchdowns. Be prepared.
I'm sure Alante Taylor's going to have like 2 pass interferences on him or something like that.
Yeah.
Both of them like to hold and get flags thrown on them. So we'll see.
Yeah, the Saints pass defense a week ago against Justin Herbert. 2 TDs, 279 yards. The defense played better than it has in past years, or at least in past weeks. In the first half, the second half was dookie butter. You let Ladd McConkey run wild on you. But I told you, man, the Saints defense the Saints as a team cures world problems for other teams. You have not won a game at home in a year. I'm looking at you, Cardinals. Play the Saints. Your entire team's hurt and you have no hope for the season. Play the Saints. Your family does not care for you because you suck at football. Play the Saints. I just don't know where to go with this team, bro. Justin Herbert this season, 80.5 rate, tied for 6th in the NFL. So he played it. All right, Connor saying happy game day. Happy game day, Connor. You know, happy. Shoot, if the Saints lose, that might be a win. Saints pass rush in week 8 probably had its best game in a while. 3 sacks, 32 pass attempts. But so, what do you think the pass rush is going to have to do to make Bryce Young wish that they never graduated from college?
First off, they're going to have to stop the run. Keep them in those 2nd and 3rd and longs. Make him have to drop back and read defenses, which he cannot do. He sucks at playing quarterback. So the fact that he is playing quarterback boggles the mind. But So let's get to him. Let's rough him up. Let's have his head spinning. Let's get to it.
Yep. Connor says I probably won't be here for the first quarter, possibly the second quarter because I'm dropping off Cameron at the airport. Okay, that's nice. Shit, I don't even know if I'm gonna finish the game if I stream it. But yeah, week 1, New Orleans defeated Carolina 47-10. Derek Carr 3 touchdowns. Will he have 3 touchdowns this week? Heck no. Heck no, he won't. He'll be lucky to throw 8 touchdowns from how this team is. Derek Carr, look, he's not that much. Look, he's better than Rattler and Hayner, but he's still not that much better, if you know what I'm saying. Like, Derek Carr, what he is, he's just a veteran that is playing like he's just gone to the league. I'm not giving this man no excuses because we've seen him for 11 years, and I don't know. He is what he is at this point. You never know what you're getting from him. He's inconsistent. He's either throwing 3 touchdowns or throwing a touchdown and 2 interceptions. You never know what you're getting from this man. And it's kind of creepy. I'll see you in about 2 hours. I see you, Connor. But yeah, it's kind of creepy. He's like a ghost. You see me? Yeah, you don't. See me? No, you don't. You see me? I just threw 4 touchdowns. No, I'm back. I'm back. So yeah, I don't know what to say about Derek Carr anymore. So, Dad, what's your final thoughts on the Saints entering their last game with Dennis Allen, hopefully?
It's just going to be interesting to see the fight in this team. If they're going to fight for this game. If they lose this game, I really think they're going to lose the rest of the games of this season. I mean, if you can't win this game and everybody's morals are down, you think their morals are going to get up to play, the 49ers or whoever we got coming down the pike? I don't think so.
Man, look
for a long losing streak if we lose this game.
If we look at the Saints' upcoming schedule, hold on, bro. In fact, hold on. After this, we're going to go over inactives, and then we're going to give our predictions. If we look at the Saints' upcoming schedule, obviously we know we got Carolina today on CBS at 12 o'clock Central Time. Good for them. We got the Falcons next week. You know what will be the funniest thing? Is if we fire Dennis Allen, and then the next week our interim coach beats the Falcons. Wouldn't that just be funny? That would be hilarious. The Browns, that game, we're not winning. Okay, we're not winning that one. Rams game, we're not winning. Giants game, okay, that game, it's winnable. But if we can't beat Carolina, we're not winning. Commanders, we're definitely not winning, even if we win this game. Packers, we ain't winning. Raiders, we ain't winning. Buccaneers, we ain't winning. So Devontae Adams might go back to the Raiders for Week 17 just to carve us one more time and then go back to the Jets. Man, Reggie Miller, he's going to put him on a football uniform and he's going to catch 100 yards. Any dude from any sport, could dominate the Saints right now. I know that might be a little overdramatic to some people, but to the Saints, that's what you got to be sometimes. Now let's go over these inactives, even though my heart's kind of inactive right now. Saints vs. Panthers inactives. What we got here? Let's see, man. Inactives for the Saints Panthers Week 9. Dennis Allen finale. It'll be funny because the Saints. No, never mind. Fun fact is, you know who Matt Rule's last team that he beat was when he was in Carolina?
Saints.
Yes. I especially remember that. It was week 3 of 2022. And it just went. Yeah. Anyways, let me pull up these inactives. By the way, just so you know, Kendrick Miller's back on IR, and this time with Bub Means. Did you see that?
No. I see it now.
These are the Saints inactives. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Spencer Rattler, who will play if something happens to Derek Carr and Jake Hayne. Jamal Williams, thank God. Marshawn Lattimore, Rico Payton, Jalen Ford, and John Ridgeway III. Those are the inactives. Panthers, they'll be without Jamie Robinson, Shamar Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Yeah, that. DJ Johnson, Ika Makwanu, Tommy Tremble, and Felipe Franks, who I keep forgetting switched to tight end. Because he was a quarterback for the Falcons at once upon a time. All right, what's your game prediction?
Game prediction is bye, Dennis Allen. Goodbye. I think the Saints, they get on top early, but they let the Panthers come back and win this game. Panthers 27-20.
All right, my prediction, Panthers win 24-16. Saints are not going to have a lead. They're probably going to go up like 3-0. Bryce Young is going to look like the MVP. The Saints are going to get destroyed. By the way, I'm just letting you know, to anybody who's watching, if you're going to the Pelicans-Cavaliers game, me and my dad might be there, okay? Yeah, we might be there, so if we're there, say hi.
Yep.
Well, Wednesday night. But to be fair, I don't know if we're going yet. But maybe. So if we're there, say hi. But anyways, my prediction, Panthers win 24-16. I think I just said that. But I have no faith in this team. A week ago, I would have said, okay, we still probably beat Carolina. But I don't even got us beating Carolina at this point. 24-16, bro. You know why? Because the Saints suck. Saints have the 6th pick in the draft right now. The Saints have now lost 6 straight games since the year of 2005. That was before I was born. 2005, the year we got Reggie Bush. The year that led to us getting Reggie Bush.
That was the year we played home games in Baton Rouge.
Man, at this point, I don't even think the Saints have home games. Because every time they play at home, they get stopped.
No home field advantage, that's for sure.
51 points at home, 33 points at home in the same week against the Buccaneers and the Broncos. 2 teams that realistically should have beat. Where else do I go with this? Let me see if there's anything else that I could talk about. The Saints, bro. Also, fun fact, probably everybody knows this. Sean Payton only lost by 20 points at home twice. That sounded that in 4 days.
Before we get out of here, I have a question to ask you.
I would.
What out of this game gonna make you want to cry in the middle of the street?
If the Saints win by 20.
What's gonna make me want to cry in the middle of the street is if we lose this game and by midday tomorrow, Dennis Allen is still the coach of this team.
You know what's actually gonna make me cry in the middle of the street? If Mickey Loomis does a press conference if he loses this game. That's gonna make me cry. Because he's gonna start throwing smoke. He's gonna start throwing smoke up to you know what, and he's gonna be like, well, good teams lose to bad teams sometimes. No, they don't.
No, I want to see Mickey Loomis do a press conference tomorrow, but I want it to be different. I want it to be like, okay, guys, all right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Dennis Allen is history, and we suck. We suck so bad that we're going to get a great coach in here to turn everything around. We full rebuild. We rebuilding. Dennis Allen's out. John Gruden is your next head coach. Okay. That's it. That's what I want to see tomorrow.
Man, I don't care who our next head coach is. I just want it to be a good coach. I don't care if it's John Gruden. I don't care who it is. As long as it's not guys like Josh McDaniels, Steve Spagnuolo, Dennis Allen, Matt Rule. Just nobody like that caliber. Urban Meyer. I don't care who it is. Just get me a coach that has winning culture. Dennis Allen. Give me a head coach that does not apologize after winning a game. Give me a head coach that does not punt the ball twice, 4th downs with nothing to lose. Give me a coach that does not have the backups. Does not have the backups playing meaningful minutes.
I got a name for you. Tell me what you think about this one. Lane Kiffin.
No.
No?
No.
I don't know. I kind of hate Lane Kiffin, but I like him at the same time. Like, he's so smug and arrogant, but dude's got some cojones. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like my kind of dude. Like,
I understand that. I just don't want to bring a coach from college into the NFL, especially for me. Because, like, Nick Saban, best coach in college football ever. Probably one of the worst coaches in the NFL. Urban Meyer, pretty good college football coach. Probably the worst coach ever. Like, Bill O'Brien, he came from Alabama, I believe. He went to the NFL, didn't do nothing. So I don't want a college coach. I want somebody that has NFL experience to try to turn the ship around. But that's my opinion. So, yeah, Dad, where can they find you?
Warren Newby YouTube channel on the Hurricane Mike Show every week. Pre-game shows, post-game shows, pick-em shows, reaction shows. Let's do that, man.
Yep. And don't forget, we might be recapping the game as soon as clock hits zeros. So, yeah. Like, share, turn the bell for them to upload. Do that, and don't be a what?
Don't be a Falcon fan.
Don't be a Falcon fan, man, because they lost to the Panthers last year. I'm going to charge my phone for the game first.